I cannot even count how many cakes I've made where the client just told me, vintage shortcake, pink and red, and just do your thing. I used to have like a go-to formula for the design for vintage cakes, and they would all look pretty much the same, just with different colors. And I'm really trying to switch that up more, bring in new creative elements. And to be honest, that's mostly because I'm tired of the original formula. I'm done with it. It's been years at this point, and we gotta make something new, you know, we gotta evolve. As a small business owner, I feel like I always have to be one holiday ahead mentally, just planning, just ready to drop Valentine's Day classes, even though it's still December. I did mini heart cakes for the past 2 Valentine's Days, and they were very similar, and I'm thinking maybe I want to do something more creative this year, but people just really like what I've been doing, so why change it? I would love to hear your opinions on that, so let me know what you think. Okay, I'm really inspired by drop lines lately. I feel like you guys have probably noticed I've used them a lot more in my cakes. They're way more that classic vintage style. This cake is covered in drop lines, just you wait. It's so fun. There's so many of them. It definitely helps that my frosting was very well behaved this day. Not a lot of air bubbles, which makes drop lines way easier. And if your frosting has been sitting for a while and it does have a lot of air bubbles, that just, I've tried to do drop lines with that kind of frosting before, and it just makes me want to rip my hair out. It is so frustrating. So when my frosting is super fresh, super smooth, you gotta take advantage of it. I kept the more traditional vibes going with a reverse shell border. I love this. It came out so nice and even. To be real with you, I did not really have a plan for this cake. I was just like, let's keep adding things and then see what happens. I feel like when I go into a cake with a really specific plan, a lot of things end up changing anyways, so you just have to be flexible. If this app does get banned in January and eventually becomes obsolete when the updates make it no longer usable, I do just want to tell you guys that I'm also on the other app with the camera icon. You know what one I'm talking about. I just hit 10K on there, so thank you so much. I think a lot of people have been finding me on that app in case this one gets banned, so just thank you. I really appreciate it. Now, you're probably going to look at these last 2 big borders that I'm doing and think, okay, the cake's almost done. Maybe she'll add some cherries or something. And I'm happy to tell you, you're wrong. Once again, with frosting this well behaved, we have to take advantage of it. So I tried something I've literally never done before. As far as I know, I came up with this concept of putting drop lines over a shell border, when in reality I'm sure I've seen this before and it's just been hiding in the back of my brain for the perfect opportunity. But 1 layer of drop lines was not enough, so I went on to do a second one, and I do think this would have looked really cool with little pearls to accent at each point, but I didn't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't know, maybe I'll try that on a different cake. I think that might have been like a little bit too busy. I did the same thing on the top border. Oh, it looked so cute. It looked like a little homemade Valentine. Usually I wouldn't make little landing spots, so to speak, for the cherries. I don't usually do that on cakes, but I didn't want to mess up the drop line, so I thought that would make sense on this design. I love how this cake turned out. Happy 2nd anniversary to this couple. I would love to hear what you guys think of this technique in the comments.